Welcome to Arian's review, and in today's video we have a sad one as we're going to be talking about the Universal Empire Ear Zeus 14R that I have. Sadly this morning the in-ear monitors, the right side has sadly fallen to the floor. This is the left one. Left one is fine, intact, no problems at all, which is this one. But with the right one, which is here, I will show you that it has sadly broken into parts. Since it's broken anyway, I thought I would just do a video of what the inside is like. To be honest, having now own both the Empire Ear Zeus, which is the Master version, and this version, this one is more comfortable than the Master version. It fits nicer, it's more comfortable, while the Empire Ear, the Master one, does come out quite easily. Well, so I mean, to be honest, this is not the first time I've dropped this, so this is probably the third time. And yes, the cable came loose and suddenly it dropped. I mean, sometimes I hang the in-ear monitors around my ear when I'm speaking to someone, and that is what happened today with these in-ear monitors. A bit of information: these are the 14 drivers, and I do want to show you what the 14 drivers are like. So let me give you a clear picture of what it is, providing I get a nice, here we go. I am holding the camera today by hand. I don't have my gear on me right now. It just happened, well, the in-ear monitor dropped about half an hour ago. This is what it looks like. The face plate has come off. Is it fixable? Is it gluable? I would probably say maybe not fixable. I will be taking it to shop in Mongkok possibly today to get it fixed. Will I send it back to Empire Ears? No, I will not send it back. As I said last time when I tried to get this sorted, they told me to go to the one of the distributors in Hong Kong, and they are like charging 2,000 alone just for their service, and that does not include the extra money and sending things back. I don't think it's fixable. Well, when I say it's not fixable, I don't think it's gluable, so that means they glue it back together. Why do I mention this? Because at the top there is already a crack from where the CM goes. Let me see if I can give you a clear picture. So from here, the CM part coming out here and then going back to the other side, it is loose already. That means that if I were to actually pull it out without putting pressure on it to stop it coming out, that pin part will actually come out. I do want to keep it as intact as possible, because I will be taking to a shop in Hong Kong where I will then make these into customs. Okay. Last time I asked, when I was going through this process, it was about 2,200, which includes the in-ear modes. They will do it at the shop, and the shop is called Ice Lab. So I have investigated into this already since last time, and I'm hoping that the price stays the same or not too much. It will take about 2 months to get it done. So I mean, 2,200 I think is reasonable if you want to make an in-ear monitor that you like the most, which is these ones, into custom. Is reasonable. I mean, even if I were to send it back to Empire, they were going to be charging more than that. Obviously, I do not know if the quality is any good from them. When I called them, they said that they will be removing everything from inside this and then making it into custom, which means that I will no longer require these silicone tips. When we make it into custom, it does literally mean that it will only fit your ear. So one thing to point about that is the fact that it is no longer resellable unless there is somebody in the world who has the same in-ear impression as you. Well, a bit unhappy, but I mean, I guess this is an excuse for me to make these into customs now, which is, as I mentioned, these are the ones that I do like the most. You can see all the BA drivers here aligned together and the cable. What I'm going to do right now is just put it back together as best as I can. There's a faceplate, it does fit on. Even if they glue it back, there are still some issues. And what is the issues? You can see from the bottom here. Give you a bit of closer if possible. There is bits of acrylic missing from them. So they can't really glue it back together. And yes, they can create a new one, but I think going the custom way is probably the best way, because custom do provide better sound than universals because they seal in the music more. Okay, since I already have a 64 audio one that I do. So at the moment in time, this is what I'm going to do. So let me put the phone down quickly. So generally what happens with all in-ear monitors, due to the fact that the cable is detachable, that is what happened. I was walking around with it, and obviously the CM part of the cable came loose and it suddenly fell onto the floor, which has happened 1 or 2 or 3 times, hence the reason why this is now broken. When I say broken, it actually still works. I'm able to plug in the cable, I can still hear the sound, but obviously it would be strange if you were to use this in the train station, because your faceplate is missing. So this will mean that I do need to get it fixed. Not sure if I'll be doing anything fancy when I get to iSlab. I mean, they do offer new faceplates, so I could be changing the faceplates. I will be missing the Empire Ear logo. I can change the shell to whatever color I like, maybe one side blue, one side red, I don't know. There are various ones that I can. Obviously this comes at a price depending what I go for. I'll show you when I get to the shop if they allow me to do a video. Just to make sure it's intact, bit of sellotape. I will not put any glue in case it damages the BA drivers. Silicone is just going to keep the faceplate intact right now until I take it to the shops. As far as I know, the shop called iSlab, which I've been before, opens at 2 p.m. To be honest, I went there last time on thinking of changing it to a custom one. When I got to the shop, the guy said he was not feeling too well to do it today, and so he told me to come back. I did say I would come back, but I thought, oh well, still working right now, I'll do it when the time is. And I think this is right now the time for me to actually make these into customs. So I will no longer be using these for possibly 2 months until they are repaired or fixed. So I will probably have to use the other one of those other tools that I currently have. That's a temporary. Well, anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. As I mentioned, iSlab is probably the place that you would probably want to take it to in Hong Kong if you wanted to get it fixed, to get things repaired. They do customs, they do make their own ones, but my purpose is to actually make these into customs. So that means that the left side, which is working fine, has no problems, will be replaced into custom version. Anyway, so that is what I want to show you, since it's broken anyway, and I will update you on what the process was like. I might try to do a video if they allow me to do in the shops of how we do the custom ear molds and what it's like when it's actually being repaired. How will the fit be? Is there any sound signature difference? My friend who has done it before, but not these ones, to another one, says the materials not as good as obviously Empire ears, but the fit is good. Sound signature stays the same, no difference. Just the fact that the materials used is probably not up to their, well, not up to the other shop's standards. He wasn't using Empire Ears, he was using another company, so in comparison to his previous one, it was not up to the same standard. I am hoping that I do not lose any of the sound signature that I enjoy from this IEM monitor. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, hit subscribe. Bit of sad day, sad news. I'll see you again soon.